somebody told me the title was clean before I was going to buy the car, and this was like a car on Craigslist. So I went back and went back and checked the history and everything. Come to find out, it was salvage. Now it looked good. Yes, the body was good. Everything right was cool, but it was salvage or reconstructed, and that's a different type of situation where I make a separate video about buying these two type of cars because it depends on what you buying. So let's talk about buying a used car. Buying a used car can be like very tricky, and one of the things that I'm just gonna note, like a lot of things like for you to look out for, and I'm recording on two cameras basically, one for a short and the other one for like a video. So Leekautorepair, YouTube, and same for Instagram. Buying a car, one of the things you should always pay attention for, which is just for like number one, is mileage, and that is important. You want to know how many miles is on a car. It could be 30K, 40. Shoot, let's go all the way to 80. Damn, we got a car with 120,000 miles, okay? Oh, we got 160. And let's just put 220 up there. For me, always scare me, cars that got problems with mileage used to be 80,000 mileage, 120, definitely 160, and definitely 220. So you see where I'm going with this. You have to like, just pay attention where I'm going. When you're in this mileage group, you know for a fact you got problems. And when you buy a used car, they always tell you it's nothing wrong with the car, but yet this car got 2012, whatever, E-Class, got 80,000 miles on it, and they tell you there's nothing wrong with it. I know for a fact, I worked at plenty of used car lots. I done did all of that. I've been around the block. Y'all know, go through my Instagram, YouTube, y'all know what I do car-wise. All of these cars be needing work. So you pay attention to the mileage. Number two is where about its condition. Now when I say condition, and I gotta make sure I spell this right, the condition, what does it look like? What do the body of the car look like? Do we got rust? Is there like dents and dings or whatever? Let me just put dents and dings. And this is stuff you need to do a full walk around a car. When I say walk around a car, do a lap. Don't be afraid to do a lap from front to back, and then you got the sides. You make sure you pay attention, and in that same manner, what I tell you, it's key. Just go around it like a compass or something. You'll notice stuff like dings, dents, and rust. Pay attention to the body. Lights, you can check to make sure the lights is cool, all the lights work, none of the lights is cracked. You might got lights with like it got water in it or whatever, water damage, whatever, blink too fast or whatever. Take note of that. That's important. Why? Because when you, let's say you bought a car, I don't know if you ain't even register it, whatever, I don't know. Even if you did register, you just bought the car, you get pulled over because you got a brake light out, or none of the brakes work at all, and you just could have electrical issues that was never like spoke about. So could be BCM issues. I recently had in the Malibu, and the brake lights was burning out the bulbs or whatever until I had to replace out the BCM. It could come down to electrical issues. Those are like harder to like diagnose. Talking about the condition, you want to also worry about like look wise, like the appeal. You don't buy a car because it's ugly, right? You buy a car because it's appealing. It attracted you, was attracted to it or whatever, or attracted you. So you pay attention to that. If the car looks good, looks, I'm gonna just put looks good. Pay attention to this part. If the car look good, you know for a fact, and if it got 80,000 miles on it, 120, 160, 220, if we got 30 to 40, we can have minimal stuff that requires just brakes, rotors, whatever. I'm pretty sure this car probably still under warranty depending on the year, or just the car really ain't been broken in properly. Either way, it's not gonna need too like significant amount of work, rather just maintenance. And this one parts just go left and right, and you never know. And you really start having engine problem when you get midway around that point. And it's never like specific, but on most vehicles, I know, even my truck engine at over 221,000 miles, I had to do like a rebuild, just going to bring me back to start over again from the beginning. So that's a different story. So pay attention to the looks. If the car looks good, so what? It look good. Underneath the hood, it could be like problems that they never spoke about, but you so tied on the car looking good, you worry about stunting, and you worry about, can I say, like cool points. And y'all go ahead and laugh if y'all want or whatever. You know what the hell I'm talking about, cool points. You think you the shit because you got this car. You think you the shit because you got a Benz, you got an Audi, you got a BMW, you got a Honda, you got an Acura, you got a Nissan, you got a Lexus. You get where I'm going with this. What's the other brand? That Infinity. That's what I wanted to say. And those are like expensive brands and stuff like that. But when it comes to cars like that, it's expensive to fix. So you have to be, so what if it look good? Pay attention to everything that I just listed. I'm not going in any type of order, but I'm just whatever it is calling it out. Let's go to 3, since I'm way down here. The title situation. Make sure the title is good, because you can get, we know, infamous 2 titles we can get. We can get a clean title, and we can get a salvage title. If they get it inspected, we can get, which converted all to a R title, which is reconstructed. I can't even spell. You got a reconstructed title. So pay attention to these 2 ones. So when you're buying a car, whether if you got to do Carfax, it's ways to get, and they don't tell you this, and you can get this on the state site or like PennDOT or something like that. You can go in and pay like $5-10 or whatever to get like a vehicle history report, and they got recommended sites, third-party sites that you can go to. I tried it before, it was legit, and I was able to see stuff. Somebody told me the title was clean before I was going to buy the car, and this was like a car on Craigslist. So I went back and went back and checked the history and everything. Come to find out, it was salvage. Now, it looked good. Yes, the body was good. Everything right. It was cool. But it was salvage or reconstructed. And that's a different type of situation where I make a separate video about buying these 2 type of cars, because it depends on what you're buying. But it's ways around this to get a car in a cheaper value and a cheaper, like, just way. We just talked about it in a different vehicle. But if you're wary about salvage and reconstructed, just stay out of it until I educate you on it, because yes, you can get a good deal on it, but at the same time, you know what you're buying. But it's another vehicle. Try to focus on clean title, so that way when you're selling a car, there's no issue. It's clean title, like I said. You'll notice in the history report, whatever it is you're getting it from Carfax or whatever, you'll know what's what. So it's not like whatever tags, all that. So just pay attention on it. One of the things, so since we now and did the walk around in the car, we checked the mileage, we checked it, saw that the title was clean. Let's go on a test drive. What are we doing on a test drive? Sounds, noise, anything you hear, banging, something looseness in the steering wheel, you feel something pulsating in the brakes, you just hear something that just don't sound right, period, and you're on a test drive. Another thing you can do before the test drive, or if you just hear something, just pull over real quick, right? Do a quick little visual inspection, because you heard stuff or whatever, you a little skeptical. Visual inspection, yeah, you do that before you pull off too. And if you definitely hearing stuff, you might want to look into that more. Don't let them be like, oh, that's something small. Oh, no, don't forget about it. If you heard it, remember it and bring it back up again. Visual inspection, because you can knock down the prices based on, because you know this car gonna need way more work than the price they was trying to sell it to you for. So it just helps with negotiation. So visual inspection, check your tires, which I should have been told you to do that beforehand when we're talking about condition of the car, but the body, but that's kind of like common sense. Check the tires. If you can peek at the brakes, if you know what you're doing, looking at, peek inside the wheel if you can't see it, whatever, you hear it. Sometimes you might have to take off the wheel if you want to be that guy to go there, but they probably not going to let you do all of that. But usually when you're buying a car, it's just, people don't let you touch everything or whatever, unless you truly like really interested, they'll let you put it on the lift or whatever and come and check it out. And they'll ask the mechanic, hey, can you put out these brakes for me? Or ask the shop or whoever you buying a car, can I see the brakes and pop the wheel off? You can do that. So you just know the brake life like visually. Check the tires. Make sure the tires is not like bald. I'm getting a little sloppy because I'm writing from like a weird angle. So tires are going to be bald, kind of like you can see like wiring and stuff come out. When the tire gets to that point and you know something wobbling or whatever, the belt shifted and your tires just like, it makes this seem like it's something crazy wrong with the car. It really was just one tire that needed to get changed. You got a bald tire. Another thing you can pay attention to is the alignment, because if you know the alignment is off, then there's got to be problems with the suspension or something was done in the future. And let me get, I don't have nothing to like wipe this off. Suspension. Something in the suspension or the steering, and that needs to get inspected. When was the last time I had, I'm gonna put, because in mechanic terms we put SIEI, and that means state and emissions, state inspection and emissions inspection, SIEI. So just remember those terms if you ever see that like on your repair bill or whatever. So I gotta keep it short because I don't make the line crooked. So when was the last time? Pay attention to the date on it. Pay attention if the stickers are fake or discolored, too shiny, too weird, look too damn good, something weird with it, faded, will look like somebody pasted on with like Elmer's glue or something like that. Pay attention to these things, because a lot of these, when you buy cars, could never been inspected or whatever. You get a car inspected whenever you want. The reason why you want to get the car inspected, because it's just safety wise. I'm telling you, I can't even spell. Safety is important. It's 100% important. Well, I got in an accident before and the tires were bald, and that was my own fault that the tires was bald. And it was just, the performance wise, like braking, it just was horrible. It just, whatever. I slid and basically slid until I got the pole, pretty much avoiding trying to hit somebody in between a guardrail, whatever. I almost hit the damn little electric plant, little setup there. I almost went into, but whatever. Pay attention safety wise, like tires. Know how much tire life you got. Know if the windshield cracked. Know if the seat belts work. Know how the car sounds. Like I said, date when the last time I had inspection, lights, braking, all that, or whatever. If this car had consistent records of like it being like inspected, or if it came from a place when you buy a car and it was recently inspected, you know this car was checked out and it kind of went through these things. It's just that the car gonna cost arm leg, because you know that's what they do in some places. When you're buying cars outside of a dealership, the game is kind of different than this, and you won't be dealing with too much stuff like this. Yes, I mean, mostly, you're buying a car, let's be real, they're not going through all of this. They're going to sell a car as is and tell you that the car look good, but make sure you pay attention, because when they tell you they got 80,000, 120,000, 160, 120, you know for sure you got problems, and that's when you need to work on like better negotiation. If I don't know if you can see it. So this is like the 5 things. I can keep it simple. I can keep on going on and on, but I kind of don't want to sit there and edit the video too long. Pay attention to your mileage. Pay attention if it's 80, 120, 160, you know for sure you got problems. You just make sure you get it inspected and get it checked out. Do not avoid state inspection, because that's the way to keep you and your kids safe, the vehicle safe at all times. Test driving, paying attention before you buying a car. If it don't sound right, don't buy it. If you got questions, don't avoid asking them. Ask the questions. If something don't feel right and you feel like you got a gut feeling in your stomach that he's pressuring you to get the car and you don't want the car, don't pull a gun or nothing. Don't pull the trigger, basically. Pay attention to everything, these little simple steps, and I can make it like a part 2 if you guys really want. I can keep on going on, maybe talk about which cars to buy, better stuff. But if you can pay attention to these things that I kind of like show reflection on, you could just get better at making like, you know, good deals on a car. Like, meaning you can like negotiate better bring the price down. And when I say bring the price down, whether if they want it, like, let's just say, I don't know if you guys can see over here, if they wanted 5K for the car, and you know this car need suspension problems and other stuff that I listed, then when I come in here, I might bring down the price and make him feel comfortable, and just maybe like bring 3,800. And that's just me. I'm being like literally generous, because I gotta make sure I got to compensate. You said this car was worth this. Now I get there, no, we knocking some stuff off. If they say no, I'll walk away. I don't care. I didn't waste money. But if they say yeah, then we got a deal. And even if I gotta go up another extra $100 just to make it a solid 4,000, at least I saved $1,000 or whatever. So it works out. I'm Leekautorepair. Any car questions, anything you can think of, you guys make sure you get at me. Try to make more videos like this constantly, so you guys stay tuned. If you got questions, or if you got a topic or something for me to cover, make sure you leave it in the comment section, and I'll be sure to cover this. So I don't know if my battery about to die, whatever. For the most part, I'm tired, so I'm gonna get out of here.